I hope it's a great event. So I'm going to turn it over to Sekhar and let him introduce the first talk.
Thanks. Just a couple of quick remarks to get started. First, I want to thank Doug and Steve Hsu and Jamie Vogel for supporting this event and for doing all the organization. Thanks a lot. The goal of this event really is to foster networking and collaboration in undergraduate STEM education research. So the idea was to bring together, at least three communities that don't usually have a chance to communicate. First, the undergraduate STEM ed colleges, the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Engineering, Lyman-Briggs, and Natural Science, which is really my home, that area, along with colleagues from the College of Education. We know we have a lot to learn from you and would like to cooperate and find out what we can accomplish, as well as people from the Science and Society at State collaboration, because that gives us a sort of a societal context for what our students are experiencing, and also tells us a little bit about how we can make science relevant to our students. These three communities are already engaged with one another in what we've come to call the STEM Alliance, and so this workshop kind of forms the fall meeting of the STEM Alliance. So I did want to advertise that we're going to have a meeting on December 10th. That's the Thursday of finals week from 11:30 to 2, so watch your email for that. And if you have ideas or of what kinds of activities or program we should run, please let me know. Doug mentioned the Academic Competitiveness Fund process, or the Global Impact Initiative process as it's now known. I wanted to acknowledge my co-conspirators in that process. Margaret Croco here from the College of Education, Meryl and Amy also from the College of Education, who unfortunately fell ill and is unable to be here today, Joe Kraychuk from Create for STEM, and Mark Urban Lorraine from the College of Engineering, and Elizabeth Simmons from Lyman-Briggs College. So that process was already really a cross-college initiative that you'll hear more about. So as Doug said, the balance of the program really is going to be short. We're going to have representatives from each of the colleges stand up and give a few remarks about what they'd like to see about the future of STEM ed research at Michigan State. I will introduce them. I'm going to introduce all of them, and they can just come up in succession. Rather than take questions, what we thought we'd do is let everyone get back to the bar. So the speakers will be around. We'd love to hear from you and get your input on this, and we hope that lots of interesting conversations will go on after this. So let me just introduce who's going to speak, and I'll let them take the show. Jim Kirkpatrick, the Dean of the College of Natural Science, will be first, followed by Joe Kraychuk, who's the Director of the Create for STEM Institute, and then Mark Urban Lorraine, the Interim Director for the Center of Engineering Education Research, will give an engineering perspective, and then Elizabeth Simmons from Lyman-Briggs College will round out the show and also add a few remarks about plans for the upcoming ACF hires.